Hi and welcome to p5.js for loop tutorial. This is a sketch drawn earlier using p5 for loop. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into bracket development environment for JS, and I'll show you how I've managed to put this together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to p5.js for loop tutorial. Let's start by creating our function there. Function setup. Remember to enter your parentheses and let's enter a curly bracket there. So within the curly bracket, I'm going to define my canvas. So let's say create canvas. For my own system, I'm going to set the resolution to 1350 by 600 and enter your parentheses there. Enter your semicolon. Now the next thing is let's fill it up. I'm going to fill it up with 255. So that's the color that I intend to use. And let's say my stroke is going to be, let's go for 120. Enter a semicolon. Now that I've defined my canvas and so on, the next thing is let's create a function draw. Open a curly bracket, and in there the background color. I'm going to make my background color, let's say we go for that very color. So that's a black color, or maybe let's change it. I'm going to change the color to 255,128, and let's change this very one to black, something like that. For now, we can always change it around. Now I'm going to use a for loop for. Let's declare a variable there. Variable y equals 20. Enter semicolon there. Then y less than and equals to height minus 20 and semicolon. Then let's say y plus equals 10. So that's my first for loop. Now I'm going to embed another for loop within this very for loop. Embed another one there, and the variable for that is going to be x. So let's change that to x, and this to x as well. So what I want these two embedded for loop to do is to draw or to sketch an ellipse for me. So let's sketch this ellipse by entering the coordinate x and y axis and the size of this ellipse. Let's make it, I'm going to make it 8, 8. Close that there. So if I decide to save what I've done so far and run it, let's see what's going to happen. Before running it, there are some errors. Let's change this. That's supposed to be draw, else nothing will happen. And here I need to close that, and let's look, maybe, and here as well. Yep, close that. So let's change this. That was meant to be width, so let's change the width to, let's get rid of that, just change that to width. And now let's save it again and try to run it and see what's going to happen. There we go. Alright, so let's see if we can carry out one or two more modifications to this very sketch that we've done so far. Close that. I'm back on the codes. Okay, so let's change this 10. Let's change that value to 50 by 50 just to give it some space in between the Eclipse. So save that, come to File and save, run it and see. There we go, guys. So what I'm going to do now is to draw lines across each of these Eclipse, okay, just to simulate something totally different, like the beginning of something happening. So let's come right underneath this very Eclipse. So let's align, let's set the X and Y axis. So I'm actually referring to these variables up there, say, and let's go for, I'm going to go for 640 by 20. Okay, let's come in here, save, and see what will happen. Let's hold on to it. There we go. Look at that, guys. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful, using a for loop. I suppose you guys can do that as well. So before I call it the end of this program, let's close that and show you guys the lines of codes one more time. Those are the lines of codes. In here I drew Eclipse and I then drew line across each other point of the Eclipse. So if we run it, this is what you end up with. There we go, guys. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.